I'm really excited, man. What's going on? All right, so I'm trying to make this a thing here. So if you can, make the smash the like button, smash that like button, subscribe, do whatever that you got to do. I would appreciate it. I say smash that like button because my son sometimes watches like these YouTube video and they're like smash that button, kids, and I don't know, it's funny. So that's why I said that because I don't know why I said that. But anyways, hey man. What's going on? Good morning. Shane Brown here. Super excited. Like I said, second time, March 20th. Today's a good day. Shit's crazy going on right now, but I hope you're staying safe. Hope you have a great positive mentality. You know what I'm saying? Always make sure you keep a great mindset. For us, I'm really excited. Today, Tampa, we're in Tampa. I'm in Tampa right now, between LA and Tampa all the time, but Tampa, sign Tom Brady, holla at your boy. Today's a big day. Just saying, man, it's a big day for us. Super excited about that. Just random news. But anyways, just so it's, just wanted to throw it out there. I'll shut up. Anyways, so check it out. So this video right here is about virtual reality, more VR info. I'm really excited about this video because this is like a big passion of mine. You know what I'm saying? So like, a big passion of mine is virtual reality and it's for businesses, so like, I think, for businesses, it's a huge asset. I think it's the future, and I feel like it's such a phenomenal marketing tool for them. And that's the way that my mindset works, is in regards to seeing how businesses can use it in a marketing perspective. And I just really think it's dope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you about 10 different questions that I've got, and I've got a ton of different questions, but these are kind of just like kind of breaking down that I feel like in order after I put all of like 100 plus questions together. I just kind of itemize them and put them in so I can have something to talk about, but also that made sense. So if it's a little all over the place, that's just because my mind goes crazy and I'm always bouncing over like a little ping pong machine. But you get it. So basically it's just, if I go off on rants, I apologize ahead of time, but it's just because I'm so passionate about it that I think it's such a valuable asset, and I love VR, I love mixed reality, I love augmented reality. I'm a huge advocate for it, and I've been working in the industry for over 10 years that I just think and know what benefits it can have for businesses and customers. So it's a win-win, and everybody enjoys it. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll shut up. Let's get started. All right. So, check it out. Thank you for your time. I got a bunch of questions right here. So let me go. How can VR be used, by businesses? Okay. So, I literally am just going off a whim here. I literally just have questions and I'm just going to speak. So how can VR be used by businesses? There's so many different ways. That's why I'm like, man, where do I begin? Well, I think that, from a business perspective, you got to think about engagement. Okay. Now how have marketing and how has businesses interacted with customers for the past 20, 30, 50 years? It's usually been by print. It's usually been by photography or photos, advertisements, and commercials or videos. And now it's, short ads and 15-second ads because, of course, the attention span from customers, no matter if it's on Netflix, even on Netflix right now, they have like their new update was for your ass so you don't have to wait 15 seconds to go to the next video. They're like 5, 4, 3, 2, like you don't even have time to think like, am I watching? Of course you're gonna watch the next episode. I don't really watch it. I just started watching it just because I've been here. I haven't had time to watch TV, but my point is like, it's just intention, attention span. And with that being said, the hardest and the most attractive like the most, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm so sorry. Just like the most successful businesses right now are interactive and they're engaging with their customers. They're it's not just a photo anymore that you see that are the most successful companies. You see engagement and you see interactiveness. You see, interactive components in their marketing initiatives in regards to how they attract new customers and engage with their current ones, but always providing value. And what you always see is you see a connection with them. You always see these like interactions on commercials or whatnot. So my whole point is for businesses who use VR, you're really attracting engagement, and you're also really attracting a wow factor, especially right now, because it's such a valuable tool, because you create engagement and you get people interested, okay? So from a business perspective, I think what industries can be benefited from this entire niche of virtual reality, and we're going to get into AR and mixed reality as well, but this is really just focused on virtual reality. So I'll go off on those tangents another time, but right now I'm just going to focus on virtual reality, okay? So in regards to like the different businesses in virtual reality that can be used, think about entertainment, all right? Think about concerts. Think about, you know, whether you're in like on the stage with Beyonce or Enrique Iglesias, or if you're on the stage with Billie Eilish or Post Malone. You have an experience, and fans have the ability to actually be next to an icon or somebody that they're, you know, that they're a fan of, or be able to experience things that they never have. And so what you're doing is you're benefiting the artist by giving them the ability to have that awareness and that engagement with their fans, but you're also helping maybe a music label market and promote that VR experience. You're also, say there's a venue that hosted that event that can be benefited from it, because, you know, what we do is we do like virtual reality live. So everything I'm saying is from a VR live perspective. I think the most dopest part about VR in business is in regards to engaging with your customers and giving them the ability to just be closer and to be able to feel something instead of just being sold to. They're feeling something and they're more engaged to want to be at that venue. You know, a lot of people think that VR is going to take away from people in businesses. You know, like I'm thinking like sports, entertainment, you have experiences. I talked about it a little bit yesterday about like, you know, jumping off, you know, skydiving, base jumpers, you know, snowboarding, skiing, surfing. You have all of these different, you know, underwater skydiving or snorkeling, and just like these beautiful atmospheres. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And you're in the experience business where you're creating experiences for customers, for elderly, for kids, for adults, for people who may not be able to do some of the things that there are because they have a physical condition. You know, like you want to create experiences for people so they can feel something, but so they can engage with it, and so they can experience something that they've never been able to. So you're providing value to them. It's why you go to a fucking roller coaster. I don't know. I mean, I'm not really good with these comparisons, but I'm very passionate about it. So, when it comes to sports, that's something that I'm extremely passionate about, is sports, entertainment, but sporting events. You know, imagine it's one thing to see a game and having a bird's eye view, but what about having like a VR experience where you're on the sidelines and, you know, you have a camera and you're able to navigate around the stadium at different points of the end zone or the field goal post, or, you know, places where that are realistically not interruptive to the game or operations. You want to, of course, get this is things that we're going through right now. So that's why I'm like, well, you gotta, you know, from a legality standpoint, but these are things that we're doing. But at the same time, the experience that I'm passionate about is giving the fans. I want to be there. If I had the chance right now to watch a Laker game, or be at a Bucks game, or be at a Rams game, or be at a Chargers game, or a Dodgers game, whatever, a Tampa Bay Lightning game, LA Kings game, all over, you know, you get the point. Like, if I could be able to experience these from a sports perspective, and as a fan, have a professional quality video that's not like shaky, it's cinematic. It has to be cinematic, and you have to be able to tell a story, and it has to be smooth, and you have to be able to create an interactive experience for the fan that is smooth, seamless, and interactive, but yet not too boring. So what my point is just being able to experience these different locations and these different atmospheres of whether it's like somehow in the huddle, or, you know, on a helmet, or going through a play even during practice to show the play ahead of time. Some way, shape, or form of creating a VR experience from sports And I feel like, you know, what's most beneficial from an industry's perspective is giving the fans the ability to utilize that, you know. So what we do is we work with a lot of teams in their apps. So not only do we develop the apps, but what we do is we're content creators, okay? So can we do a lot of things? Like, yes, we can, but one thing that we do and we specialize is we're in content creators, and we work with businesses based off of what their needs are. So in regards to, you know, say if a business already has an app, what we do is say, hey, we want to work with your marketing team. We want to work with your team. What content can we provide you and your team that's going to help you? So, hey, in your app, do you know that all you need is just an additional iframe or a certain hyperlink, and we can actually create a whole VR experience, a virtual tour. You can actually, there's portals right now. We call them portals, where you can literally on an iPhone, on an app, select a location, scan an area, a door will pop up, and you can walk in that door and say, go into an NBA locker room, and you can be there interviewing the players, and you can have an experience where you're interviewing the players. So I'm going off on rants, but if you could just think about the magnitude of every sport and all the different opportunities and the value of what it would bring to the leagues, the fans, engagement, the ability from an entertainment perspective, and especially creating this content from a cinematic way and telling a beautiful story and making people feel something and get excited to, you're talking about changing people's lives and changing an industry and literally getting people involved in the mass appeal of it. And see, and I truly believe, I think mixed reality and AR are really what's going to be for the masses. You know what I mean? I really truly believe, like, and we're going to go off on that on another video, but I feel like that is more adaptable because it's so easy. Because even though virtual reality, you always do need a device to wear. You know what I'm saying? So even if you have your phone, which you can go on there, you're always going to need a Google Cardboard or a specialized VR headset that's made for your phones. You're always going to have to put on an Oculus or a Vive or whatnot, whatever you're going to do, you're always going to have to put on and wear something. Whereas in a Magic Leap is more mixed reality, and, you know, there's different AR apps out there and capabilities. Where I think it's more mass appeal and more easily adaptable and more easy to use. Whereas I think virtual reality, you're still being able to take people away and put them into an experience where it's not interfering with the real world. So they're able to step away depending on the experience. And if you give them the ability to not get dizzy and not create the vertigo effect and have a beautifully cinematic, 6 degrees and just all of this, it's gotta be right. And that's what we're working with right now. And that's what's so exciting for me as a business owner, as a content creator, and who's passionate about VR and who's been working in the VR industry. What we're doing right now is just, it's incredible. And I just, it means a lot for me to get this information out there, try to educate, inform, and also show my passion about the virtual reality industry, because I think it's gonna be big, and I'm very passionate about it. I love creating the content for virtual reality. And anyway, so I'll shut up. But how do you find these VR experiences? You find them on a virtual reality headset. A lot of times, depending on what you're looking for, there's apps and there's companies that actually create the apps. Like, they actually have some like really dope like horror films, and like you can actually download like horror apps, or they have these horror films in virtual reality, which are fucking freaky, and they're scary as shit. But it's cool, man. You think about like, wow, like how you feel in a scary movie. Imagine being in the movie, and everywhere you look, and you have zombies coming at you, or you have an action scene and like shit's going on in front of you, and you got bullets flying around you in the scene. But like it's just this incredible experience. Like just real quick, like Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible 12. I don't know what it was like. Much love to them. It was a joke. There's what they did is they did Tom Cruise in the helicopter and put a VR camera in it from a BTS behind the scenes perspective to do a Mission Impossible virtual reality experience. How fucking cool is that? Imagine all of the different scenes and these huge explosions and these huge like stunt coordinators and all these different effects that you can use virtual reality in to engage me, to be like, whoa, how dope was that on set? That was a $150 million set. you know, at whatever, like whatever these sets are to create these experiences are what we do, but it's also the opportunities of what's possible for me, for me to help educate, inform, and also consult with other businesses of how to use and really tap into this industry, and really just try to show them what we've done, but also help them, and just try to inform you, you know, what's going on, you know. This is like my messages are really for like marketing directors, CEOs, business owners, you know, decision makers in regards to like a company perspective. Even if you're a dreamer, you know, you're an entrepreneur, these are just like kind of different marketing tools that I just hope they're helpful, you know. So I'm just like holding this shit. Like it's been like, I think 15 minutes and I haven't taken a sip. I'm gonna put it down. I'm like, it's not a microphone. I don't know. I'll shut up. So check this out. What have we done in VR, and how do we help businesses? I kind of went over that. It's really not about me or us. What have we done in VR? I'll just kind of go over a couple different things. Like we work with a lot, so I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to miss anything that we've done. But we work a lot in the hospitality industry, and how we use virtual reality for hospitality is for, you know, nightclubs, restaurants, bars, lounges, you know, especially, you know, hotels, exotic resorts, you know, destinations. And, you know, what we do, like casinos, we shoot several casinos in Las Vegas, literally the whole casino. Because if you think about how these tools are being used, and we shoot them from a virtual tour perspective, from a marketing tool, but what we do is we take that same content and that same time that we're there and we create a VR experience for them. So, and what's most useful is either at the front, whenever guests come in and they either ask to request to see a room, they could see it on an iPad, or what they do is they have like a VR headset, like an Oculus Go, and wipes down there to make sure it's clean. But at the same time, like you have the ability to see the rooms or see the property or go on a VR experience right there at the front. Or my biggest, you know, advice is doing trade shows, sales presentations, and using virtual reality for the trade shows. So the reason why I say that is because, you know, my biggest sell to other companies and my biggest advice to other companies is to use your content at trade shows, because you can only do so much on your website. It's true. You know what I'm saying? People are going to come. That's where traffic's coming to you for your website. So you want to make sure it's seen and be able to use, and having the ability for your customers to engage, so they're not searching for how to use the VR content that you created for them. But at the same time, like, you want to, I just kind of went off on a tangent right there, so forgive me. Hold on. Let me step back real quick. You want your customers, I just forgot. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I just forgot. I was going off on a tangent. Sometimes I go off on tangents. But so we help businesses. I'll remember in a second. So forgive me. Hold on. So we did, we help businesses. And then, we just want to help them. We work with the hospitality industry, and we do trade shows. And the trade shows, you know, they're very powerful, and we sell the resort. You sell the resort at trade shows. Sorry. I'm like, I went blank. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. I need coffee. Oh, there it is. So yeah, man, you just need, VR at, you know, for trade shows, man. Trade shows are so dope, and being able to give that wow factor, because every single trade show that you go to, what you do is, I guarantee you, it's a booth, and you got a business card, you got a pamphlet, you got nice pictures. Maybe you got a big old banner right here. You got a TV that's got a commercial, you know what I mean? And guess what? If you go down a booth, you got 500 booths, and all 500 booths are doing the same exact thing. Unless they got some nice lights going on or some kind of effect or free samples, that is exactly what you see at a lot of trade shows and sales presentations. So how can you be different? And with every amount of foot traffic that goes by, what makes you stand out? Unless that person is looking exactly for you or what you're selling, it's very hard to engage other, you know, people that might not be interested in that to stop at that booth. I'm very, I do the same thing. If I'm walking by a booth even as a vendor, I'll still walk around to see what's out there. If it doesn't attract me or obtain to me, I'm walking right by it. But if, depending on the foot traffic, if you have like a VR experience or an AR mixed reality, if you have something that's very interactive and something that engages with the customers, I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, they're going to want to stop at your booth and interact with you just to see and be interested in what you have. And most of the times, not that it's not that it's a good thing, but if you know your business and you know that you have such an amazing product to offer, whatever that business is, if you have such an amazing product to offer, you know damn well that if you just get somebody interested and if you just get somebody there, give me 5 seconds of your time, and if you just to see the results and 30 seconds of your time, whatever, if you could just see what this can do for you, I will change your life. But people just don't understand. They keep walking by. They don't understand. They don't get it. How can I get them to understand what we can do? And it may be like different, but we work with a lot of different types of businesses and not just hotels, casinos, restaurants. We shot and worked with the Lightning. We did a goalie versus player experience. So you gave the fans that were walking around the arena a booth where they can choose to be they can be a fan, or they can be a goalie, or they can be a player, so you got like one-on-ones, you got this great interactive experience. We were honored and privileged to shoot the national championship between Clemson and Alabama whenever they played at Tampa Bay. And we created a whole entire VR experience of that event and of the game, the coin flip, everything. It was incredible. What we are also to do, we work, of course, with the hospitality industry. We work with OnMed. OnMed is a phenomenal company. It's some of our really great friends over there. We were honored to create a VR experience of this incredible station it's going to be huge for the health industry, and especially right now, there couldn't be a better time. But OnMed, what we did is it's the best thing that I've ever seen. I don't want to go through the whole thing because there's so much, but basically it's this incredible station where it's for, basically you can go in, you can get a full-on consultation, you can get a whole doctor, you go in there, you pay $30, say $30, you see a doctor. It's portable. It's like you put it on a college campus and kids can go in there. You have like the telecommunications. I am really bad with this part. This is not what I do, but at the same time, technologically speaking, basically like you go in there, you have a whole consultation with the doctor. She tells you what's up. They have all of these incredible features that literally can take your temperature. They can see if you have a sore throat, everything. Like they can, you get weighed. And basically what it is you have all these incredible features. So that we created a commercial for them, and what they're doing is, how can we do virtual reality? So what we did is we did a VR experience where we put you in the OnMed station and literally gave the whole entire experience, where we put hotspots, which are informational tools that once you have like a little arrow, like an info button, on the like the camera, you put the info, and then the text come up and a video plays about the camera and how the camera comes down and what the camera's functionalities do and how it shoots in like 8K or 4K. It's the highest quality, it's the best camera, everything that you could possibly think about. There's so much incredible features that are in the OnMed station that are groundbreaking, that we created an experience for them to go to trade shows, to give and for sales presentations, to give people the opportunity so they didn't have to carry and show a huge OnMed station. It's really not huge, but like this OnMed station to every sales presentation, and they wanted to be different rather than the commercial that we created, which was beautiful, and also the commercial and the marketing content that we were honored to shoot for them. And so what we did is we created a whole VR experience for a medical company to showcase and highlight the features of their groundbreaking invention, the OnMed station, to show and sell others, to get people to understand and show proof of concept and to show what they have and what they are able to do. So from like I said, that was from medical health industry. Love OnMed, love y'all. Bones, all y'all, man, everybody, man. I love y'all. And say for like, and I'm just going through different types of industries, because for me, what I always work on are hospitality and casinos and Live Nation, all of their venues for entertainment. We do ticket sales. We help them with special events, and they sell the spaces at trade shows. Same thing for SBE, which is a lifestyle company. They have hotels, nightclubs, restaurants, casinos, spas. They're the best of the best. We've been working with them for 10 plus years as well. And we create VR experiences for them to sell at trade shows. Same thing with Caesars Entertainment. They have a booth. They sell their casinos, they sell their venues, they sell their concepts through virtual reality and from a marketing perspective to engage more people to check out their venues all over. We're going to go into that a lot, but from different companies and different niches, cruise lines, planes, private jets, like you have the ability to create these experiences for businesses and niches, car dealerships, one thing that we did and we were honored to work with was Rock Mountain Brands and Hemp Bombs. Whenever we work with Hemp Bombs, what we did is we created an experience for Hemp Bombs, which is a CBD line. And what they wanted to do, what we did is how can we shoot VR? These are some good friends of mine, a phenomenal company, one of the best CBD companies in the world, which is incredible. What we did is how can we use VR? I want to use VR, but we want something to do something at our trade shows. So I was like, how about we find one of your top convenience stores in the area. We go there and we do a 360 virtual tour. And what we did is we actually took all of their products. They gave us PNG files. We overlaid them in the virtual tour. All right. And what we did is we put their products all over the store with advertisements, with the labels on the door, these different entry points to show convenience stores what it would look like with their product in the stores and what kind of marketing materials that they could provide to the distribution companies, to the other convenience stores. It's a whole incredible industry, and if you know about it, you know what I'm talking about. If not, we did a phenomenal. No, I don't want to say I believe we did a phenomenal job, but I think it looks incredible. And I think it was a great way to showcase their product into stores to be able to help market, sell, promote their brand and their product line. They don't need me. They're doing a completely different job. I don't even think my whole point is just what do we do? How do we help that industry? You know what I'm saying? It was an honor to work with them, and that's how we created a VR experience for them regarding their product and how it could be used in virtual reality. So it's a different niche. There's just a lot of different businesses, and I'm just trying to, this is a long video. I'm speaking very fast because I have so much to get out, and hopefully somebody sees it, and I hope y'all get the value of it. And I'm just trying to help. So stay positive, man. It's all about that mindset. Come on, man. Let's make some moves, change lives. Let's do good, make people smile, make them feel something, and let's create beautiful content and get some beautiful content out to your customers, man. All right. What does the future of VR looks like? It looks big. I think you get the point of whenever you see the mass adoption of the capabilities of what VR can do, and us as content creators trying to create as much content as possible, we create nonstop. Now, in this time, this is actually a time where everything shuts down, where we create opportunities. And what we've done is we're actually shooting a ton of venues for no cost, up to say 90 days, where venues and companies don't have to pay us for 90 days because we've been blessed to work with some of the biggest companies right now. Because the companies are going to have to put money or spend the money on the same marketing materials or the same pictures and the same content, what we're doing to try to help the economy and to help local businesses, no matter where you are, is literally try to shoot a lot of these venues for no upfront cost, and give them the 30, 60, 90-day option of when they can pay, or whenever the economy gets back in gear. We're giving them that grace period to get them VR content, virtual tours, photography, whatever we can do to help them get more content, but more customers in the door when the economy kicks back in. So it's just something that we're trying to do to also get people more involved. But it's something that we want to do because the future of VR is going to be so huge. So how can we give back and also educate and inform and get more businesses to adapt to VR is by showing them, and if they like it, they like it, and then awesome, they pay us. But I mean, our whole deal is if you don't even like it, you don't even have to pay us, just because I know that they're going to like it, and I know it's going to wow people and it's going to blow their minds and it's going to be an amazing tool. So I think I'm 100% in regards to that offer, but at the same time, I respect somebody's decision, and I ain't going to be mad about it, but hopefully it just helps somebody and it helps businesses and people get excited. So I'll shut up. I say that a lot too. How do businesses and customers benefit from VR? I think you guys get, I think I went on 30 minutes of how it could be hugely beneficial to everybody. I think it'd be beneficial from businesses, from an ROI perspective, from an engagement, from a wow factor, from a way to really interact and take their customers to a new experience of what they're trying to offer, whatever that experience is. You just got to find, to me as content creators, it's very important to make every single experience unique and beneficial to that company, because that company, we need to work together with that company to know exactly what is going to be the best method for the best return of interest or investment, best ROI in regards to, you know, creating that story. Because to me, as a producer, executive producer, you know, I know the value of the cinematicness of the cinematic feel of, I know how important lighting is. I know how important, you know, the cameras are. I know how important sound is. I know how important the team is. You know, none of this gets done without a phenomenal team. So like, you know, all of those aspects are what's so important with creating these really phenomenal experiences, because you're going to have a lot of amateur videos, which are going to be great, which look fucking amazing. But whenever you talk about, you know, really incorporating a cinematic experience into it, that's what I'm more passionate about, is like the high level VR production, even film, TV, shit like that. So there's tons of benefits. Customers, fans, you know, businesses, everybody can benefit from virtual reality. And I think it's, people are really going to love virtual reality in the future. So, and now, where else can VR be used? This could go on for long. I see that right now. I have a timer right here. It's going on like 30 plus minutes. As soon as I start getting better at it, I'm gonna try to get this shorter videos, and maybe you like the longer videos. Maybe I'll start doing like 5 questions at all, so I don't take up so much of your time, because I don't want to lose anybody here. But like, yo, like, it's very big for me is education, VR for education, you know, curriculums, studying. Students want to learn about, Egypt. What better way to, create content, and be in VR and create a whole series of educational videos based off a curriculum for an entire high school or an entire school system, and really creating these ways of interactivity to really engage the students, to make them feel what it's like to go through the temples and to be in these pyramids and, temples, pyramids, you get it. I'm just thinking about, education. Education can be what we're doing right now with USF, and Egmont Key and the Seminole Indian tribe is phenomenal. It's crazy. That's a whole nother discussion, but education in a whole is going to be phenomenal. You got training for businesses. Walmart's doing it, where they're training thousands of employees in virtual reality. A lot of trades are using VR and AR and mixed reality, and for training as well. The possibilities are endless. It's really phenomenal. Of course, entertainment, sports, conferencing, of course, gaming, but like VR conferencings are good friends over at Roomy. I think that is a phenomenal platform. We use it all the time. Roomy is a phenomenal VR conferencing where you can literally do your entire it's like Zoom, but in VR, where you can actually see people, you can see them move, and it's crazy, man. It's the future. It's literally the future, but it's right now. It's happening right now. It's just really educating people, getting people to know what is VR and how can you use it and how can it be beneficial, This is going to be, I keep on saying this is another video. I just don't want to, tell me if it's boring. Tell me if you want to keep going. I'm new at this, and I just want to provide as much value and help. But like one thing that we're doing that I think that I kind of touched on is virtual reality live. So from a sports and entertainment perspective, this is something that we are very, very keen on and very passionate about, is creating a VR experience, and doing it live. So whether it's comedy shows, whether it's sports, concerts, entertainment, live, interviews, doing interviews, or at least like there's certain presidential, announcements, imagine doing like a presidential announcement, you know, in VR and being able to access, you know, what it'd be like to be right next to the president, whether you love him or hate him. I'm just saying in general, there's certain aspects of experiences and opportunities that are out there that from us, what we're creating is we're creating a VR live app, which is going to be released soon, but that app gives you the capability of creating and being in these experiences at like a comedy show and being able to see your favorite artist live. And also whenever you're done, it's done just like this. Once it's done going live, it becomes data. And so that data is actually transcribed and put onto YouTube or whatever platform that you're pushing that live content out on, which would be ours. But once it's done live, you have a backlog, and you have more files, more data, you have more content, man. You got more content. So it's just more about creating as much content and much value, like Netflix. It's like the Netflix of VR going live, and then you're going to have access to all of the pre-recorded live experiences, and whether it's sports or entertainment or concerts or, you know, conferences, education, whatever it is, we're creating a VR live experience, and that's something that we're excited about. So I'll get into that, but that was just something to throw out there. Who creates this content? No shit, we do. But there's a lot of other phenomenal companies out there. And this is what this video is kind of giving you like, hey, this is what we do. We help businesses. And that's, you know, the whole point of just trying to help you, give you some information about how you can help your business. We create all the content. We're content creators, but other companies specialize in creating virtual reality content. And what I would do is I would recommend researching online about other, you know, I could drop a link below if you ask, you know, ask me questions, you know, if there's anything that you want, where can you find any information? To me, in the virtual reality industry, in this industry, you'll know what I mean by whenever I say this, because we're at a time right now, like there is no competition, because I want to work together with everybody, and I want to promote everybody, and I want to work with everybody. My biggest goal is to educate and inform on the VR industry as a whole, so we all can come up. And because there's something that I'm not going to be good at, but somebody that I know in this industry is going to have such an amazing experience and do something so good that I cannot wait to share my knowledge and tell you, a business, as a consultant, hey, what you're doing would be phenomenal. I think, oh my God, we can do this. You can do this. I would recommend you go over here, because what they do is incredible. Let me show you. You know, at the same time, like, can you imagine, like, you know, doing what they do and with your message and your story? You know, I want to, not to be too, man, I got chills, just because, like, I love this industry, and the people that you meet are fucking cool, man. Excuse me. Like, the people that create this content in the VR industry are fucking gnarly. You're talking about, like, these are fucking smart motherfuckers. Excuse my language. I'm going off my little, you know, unprofessional rant. But at the same time, like, I love this industry. I love the people in there, and I love the other companies in there. And it's just, we're all in this together. So if y'all ever see this, if you're another VR company, much love. Leave your YouTube channel below. I'm liking, I'm following. I'm in this together. I'm trying to bump up the industry, so I'm bumping all of us together. So hopefully you guys recognize that, you see that. You know, so if you're a business owner or whatnot, there's a lot of information out there. Please research, look up other companies, what they specialize in. Ask us. We'll be more than happy to direct you. You know, so I think that's it, man. That's it. I'm going on 40 minutes, man. 40 minutes. I never taught for 40 minutes. I never been live and I taught for 40 minutes, man. That shit's crazy. All right. So, I hope you got some value of this. Please like, subscribe, leave a message, comment. Let me know if you saw it, if you liked it, if you have any questions. Is there anything that I can do to help? I'm very passionate about virtual reality. I'm very passionate about marketing and giving tips and advice of what we do and how we work with our clients right now, and how we help them and educate them and execute on delivering them the content that they're looking for to engage with their audience. You know, so it's always a process. It takes sometimes weeks, and come up with months, but it's all really about telling the story and making sure we do it right. So hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you so much for your time. Shane Brown, Virtual Marketing 360. Like, subscribe, show some love, man. Let me know what you think. It's 40 damn minutes. That's a long time. I've been talking for 40 minutes, and oh man, that's cool. Hey man, second video, man. So I'll get better. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. I'll shut up. I'm just rambling. Hey, y'all have a good one. Love y'all. Later. Holla. Hey, you know what? $1 billion mindset. Keep your mindset. Be positive. Keep the grind up. I don't care what you're doing, what you're going through. We're all in this together. First of all, it's like March 20th, 2020. We're all in self-quarantine mode. So that's another reason why I'm going live, because I think this is a great opportunity to, you know, slow down and take a second, because I'm always so busy with all of our work that we have going on. So it's a great way to sit back and reflect, and now's a great time. So the coronavirus is going on, so I hope everybody's staying safe. I was gonna say, I got my sanitizer right here behind me. I was about to go get it for you. So I was like, hey man, make sure you sanitize, wash your hands, stay safe, enjoy the time with your family. You know, it's a very important time, but just keep your head up, stay positive. We're gonna get through this. We're all in this together. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you whenever. Next video. Later.